Okay, so I'm gonna start on all fours in cat-cow today. So go ahead and get your wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Just pressing up towards the ceiling. And then down. Moving through that back. Take some nice big inhales and exhales as you move through that cat-cow. Really try and move your whole spine. Make that big, yes, movement with your neck. Okay, so on the next one, we're gonna do a little hold here just to get our core warmed up. Gonna hold that bear hold. We've done this before, just for 30 seconds. So everybody get ready. Take a big inhale. Here we go. Just holding knees like about an inch off the ground, keeping your back nice and flat, pushing through those hands, keeping those shoulders apart. Bringing awareness to your core. Keep breathing. 10 more seconds. And rest. Go ahead and come back in child's pose. Take a little breather. Should start feeling a little warm here. Shed a layer. Okay, we're gonna do that bear hold one more time. So coming back up to all fours, go ahead and lift your knees just an inch off the ground. Try and stay nice and broad through the shoulders and the neck, keeping that neck aligned, nice big long line. Don't let it hang. Don't let it crank up either. Keep breathing. Squeeze that belly button back towards your spine. 5 more seconds. And rest. Go ahead and come back in child's pose. Should feel a little heat building in your core now. So we're going to come back up to that quadruped position. Just going to do some opposite arm and leg extensions. We kind of do this in the screening, but we don't really do it in class a lot. So you're just going to take opposite arm and opposite leg up. So on this, you really want to squeeze your core nice and tight. Try and prevent those other limbs from dropping or leaning into them. All right, so here we go. Just going to stick with one side. So pick one arm and the opposite leg. Going to move through those for 30 seconds. So extending out and then bring them in underneath your body. Try and touch them if you can. Keep breathing. Really squeeze that core tight. Try not to sit into that opposite leg. Keep both hips facing down. Spine nice and long. All right, take a little rest. Stretch out those wrists if you need to. And we're gonna go to the other side. All right, here we go. Try and remember which side you're on. Keep breathing. Squeeze that core nice and tight. Don't let those hips open up or anything. Keep them both facing the ground. And rest. All right, coming back up to quadruped position, you're going to extend one leg. So make sure you have even weight on both hands, trying to let one bend. Often we start to lean into one and not the other. So again, on this one, really work to keep your hips both facing the ground. So we're gonna extend one leg and tap one toe and just lift it up. Tap it down, lift it up. Squeezing that seat. Keep breathing. Small tap, squeeze up. 10 more seconds. Remember, keep that weight nice and even on both hands. All right, next, same leg out there, we're gonna make some small circles. So you wanna keep that circle controlled. Try and think of like the size of a dinner plate. Circle it around. You can point that toe like you're drawing a circle on the wall. Keep those hips nice and even. Squeezing that core, sucking that belly button back towards your spine. Five more seconds, keep circling. And last but not least, on that same leg, you're gonna push the ceiling straight up. So bend the leg, using your heel, you're pushing straight up towards the ceiling. Keep an eye on those hips. Make sure they're facing down. Both arms are pressing in towards the mat. Nice and even. Keep breathing. Five more seconds. All right, go ahead and sit back on it. Stretch out that hip a little bit. Gonna move to the other leg. All right, coming back up, moving to the other leg. Go ahead and extend that leg, tap your toe on the floor, and squeeze up. Squeezing that seat. Keeping that belly button tucked in. 5 more seconds. Keep tapping. Next, we're going for those small circles. So remember, circling about the size of a dinner plate. My circle kind of gets a little wacky on this side, I feel like. A little bit more like an oval. Keep that core tucked in nice and tight. Squeeze that seat. Last but not least, bending the leg, pressing that heel up towards the ceiling. So little pulses up towards the ceiling. Like you're raising that roof. Good old raise the roof. Bringing it back with your foot. Keep breathing. All right, stretch it out. Back into that child's pose. You can always lean to one side, then the other. Try and stretch it out however you best need. Stretch out your wrists. Roll them out. All right, next we're going to come onto our elbows. So kind of in that same little position, but I'm going to give your wrists a break. So you're going to prep one leg. Actually going to start first with just fire hydrant legs. So knee bent, just bringing one knee up, back in to underneath your body to start. So So here we go, lifting and lowering. Get that side butt. That's not the technical term. Remember, trying to keep those hips nice and even. Don't sit into that other one. All right, next we're gonna extend that leg. So throw it out to the side. So you're gonna lift and lower. Just lift and lower. It's kind of a small movement. Lifting slightly off the ground.
Oh, that's hard.
Yep. Last little bit. All right, go ahead and rest it for a second. All right, last on the side leg here. Gonna lift up and extend, in and down. So kind of putting those two moves together. So here we go, lift up, extend, bring it back in and down. Stretch it out, and we'll move to the other side. Should be nice and warm. Okay, coming back to those elbows.
I talk a little louder.
Okay. So remember going back to that fire hydrant leg, so you're just lifting and lowering on the opposite side that we were. So here we go, lift and lower. Make sure you keep breathing. There we go. Nice long line of your spine, trying to crank your head back or up. Last little bit. All right, now you're gonna throw that leg out to the side. There you go, good, perfect. All right, small little movement. Remember, try and keep this hip in check. Don't let it slide out too much. Like you're leaning up against a wall. It's a tiny little movement. Keep breathing. Nice long spine. Big deep breath. Last 5. All right, bring it in, stretch it out, and then we'll put those together. Last one. All right, coming back up. So remember, you're lifting, you're extending, bring it back in, and then down. Here we go. Up, extend, in and down. All right, go ahead and bring it back and rest. Open those knees nice and wide and sit back. Stretch out that glute. right, next we're gonna come up. Start by sitting. You're gonna place your hands so they're facing your heels. So finger toes are facing heels. I think this is called the crab, but don't quote me. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift up. You want it like a reverse tabletop here. And we're gonna start out by pulsing one leg up and down. So, up in tabletop, you're gonna take one leg out, just lift and lower. You only need to come to about like knee height so your knees are together. Squeezing up through that seat though. Three more seconds. Bring it down. We're gonna go to the other leg next, and then after that, we're gonna add in a little oblique fun. All right, hands back down. Fingers facing heels. Here we go. Press it up, squeeze that seat, extend that leg, lifting and lowering. Really try and squeeze that hip up so that they kind of stay even. Squeezing through that seat. All right, coming down. Stretch out your wrists a little. So I'll show you what this is gonna look like. You're gonna press back up into that crab, squeeze those triceps, squeeze that seat up. You're gonna bring one leg in and extend. So, when you're ready, nice big inhale and exhale to prepare. Now we're pushing up into that crab. Pick one leg. Bring it in towards your body and out. Every time you extend, try and squeeze those hips up. Getting a little tricep work here. Seat, oblique. Total body move. All right, coming down. Little rest here, and then we'll go back to the other side. Then we'll move into some more abs. All right. Hands underneath your shoulders. Here we go. Lift it up. Extend one. Squeeze through that seat.
Coffee sloshing. Right.
I was gonna say, can you hear my butt? Can hear all our fluids rolling around in here. Squeeze that seat up. All right, take a rest, stretch out those wrists. Take a little forward bend. And switch which leg is in front. If you can, switch out, stretch out that outer hip thigh area a little bit. Okay. Coming down on your back. So we're gonna go into the 100. You have a couple of options. You're gonna bring your head and neck and shoulders up off the mat and pump your arms. With your feet, you can leave them down on the mat, or you can bring them up, however best feels to you. Remember, you want to keep that lower back on the mat. You can also go in tabletop, or feet down, feet up, feet extended is the hardest. So just keep in mind, you want to keep that lower back connected to the mat the whole time. So choose your foot option, and then we will go. So you're inhaling for 5, exhaling for 5. You're gonna hear me exhale really loud. That's what you wanna do, try and push all the air out. Makes room for all the air you're gonna bring in. All right, so here we go. Go ahead and lift your head, neck, and chest off the mat. Start pumping. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. 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 One more. And exhale. Go ahead and bring it all down and rest. Stretch out whatever you need. Next, we're gonna go into single leg stretch. So for this, you're gonna bring one leg in towards your body and extend through the other and switch. So again, you wanna bring your head, neck, and chest up off the head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. So we're gonna inhale and exhale, switch. And inhale, exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Really try and suck that belly button back towards your spine. Press that lower back into the mat. Few more seconds here. Keep breathing. And rest. Next, we're going for double leg stretch. So I'll show you what that looks like. You're gonna bring arms and legs in towards your body, curl up like a little ball. And then you're gonna extend both out and sweep them around as you exhale. So extend and sweep around. Here we go when you're ready. Big inhale and exhale to start. If you need to make it easier, remember you can extend your legs up more straight. That'll keep your lower back down. A few more. There we go. Should be feeling that. Those upper and lower abs. You can rock out that lower back if you're starting to feel it in your lower back. Really concentrate on those muscles that you're working. Think about pushing that lower back in all the time. So next we're gonna go to scissors. So you're gonna extend both legs up to start, and then we're gonna bring one in for 2 quick pulses, and then switch to the other. So here we go. So pulse, pulse, and switch. Pulse, pulse. Pulse, pulse. Just make sure you're breathing. Doesn't really matter which one you're inhaling and exhaling on, just keep breathing. Big full breaths. Go ahead and rest. Roll out that lower back a little. Next is lower lift. So on this, you're gonna keep you can keep your head on the ground, or you can hold it up, whatever feels best to you. You're just bringing the legs down and back up, going to your point of tension. So if your lower back starts to lift off the mat, you know you've gone too far. So keep it like a small movement. Doesn't need to be a big movement with the legs, just a small movement, lowering and lifting. Here we go. Try and inhale on the way down, exhale on the way up. Keeping your gaze down towards your belly button, you want to look at it. Keeps that spine nice and long. And rest. Last but not least here in this little sequence is crisscross. So I'm going to lift my feet off the ground, move opposite arm to opposite leg. Just really trying to get that oblique, squeezing, keep breathing. Here we go. Opposite shoulder to opposite knee. Try and keep these arms nice and wide open. And rest. So last, we're going to work on some bridging here. So you want to have your knees and your feet kind of lined up, kind of close in towards your seat. What you're going to do is you're going to lift your tailbone off the ground, peel your back up, and bring it back down. So we're just going to lift and lower here for 30 seconds. Keep breathing. Think about peeling those vertebrae individually off the ground every time and then pushing them all back down. Squeezing that seat at the top. Still want to keep those abs tucked in. Go ahead and rest for a few seconds. Next, we're going to lift at the top. We're just going to lower and lift some small, tiny movements. So you're going down an inch and up an inch once you get there to the top. All right, so here we go. Push all the way to the top, and then lower, small little lower lifts. Pulse in there at the top. 1 inch down, 1 inch up. Keep squeezing, keep those abs tucked in. Perfect. Go ahead and rock it out. Go ahead and bring your knees down to one side, arms out to the other side, stretch out that side. Stretch out that neck. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Last but not least, gonna roll up. So start with your arms facing the ceiling if you can. Feet together, squeeze those inner thighs. Go ahead and lift your head, neck, and chest. All of your abs. Round forward. Let your head hang. And sit up. Nice long spine. Take one more stretch forward if you'd like to. Stretch out that upper back, lower back. And then come to seated. All done. Thanks, everybody.
Hopefully you have a relaxing Sunday now.
Yes.
Relaxing. Body's relaxed.
Namaste. Don't forget to